Hey there, wise wanderers of the golden years. Before we lace up our sneakers and hit the road, do me and your heart a quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that little bell so you never miss a weekly health tip that keeps you moving, laughing, and living strong. Now, let's talk about the fitness trend that never makes flashy magazine covers, doesn't need a gym membership, and still manages to beat half the fancy workouts out there. I'm talking about walking. Wait, walking? The thing we've done since age 1 and stopped thinking about ever since? Yep, that's the one. Because believe it or not, walking is what doctors and surgeons call one of the most underrated forms of exercise on the planet, especially for people over 60. It's free, low impact, available 24/7, and proven to improve everything from blood pressure to brain power. And yet, most of us treat it like background noise. We'll spend hundreds on resistance bands, smart mirrors, or vibrating yoga mats that sound like lawnmowers. But when someone says, "Go for a walk," we shrug like it's too simple to matter. Well, not today. Today, we're giving walking the standing ovation it deserves. And by the end of this video, you'll see exactly why it's the surgeon-approved power move your body's been begging for. Why walking is the world's most underestimated workout. When was the last time you finished a walk and said, "Wow, I feel worse," right? Because walking might not feel like a workout, but it's one of the most powerful things you can do for your body. The Cleveland Clinic calls it the simplest form of physical activity with the most benefits per minute invested. Even short daily walks can improve circulation, strengthen muscles, regulate blood sugar, and sharpen your mind, all without needing a gym, a trainer, or a membership card. Here's the big reveal. According to the CDC, adults over 60 who walk for just 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, cut their risk of all-cause mortality, that means death from anything, by nearly 35%. 35% from something as basic as putting one foot in front of the other. And this isn't theory, it's data. A Harvard Health study following 16,000 older adults found that just 4,400 steps per day lowered mortality rates by 40%, and the benefits continued up to about 7,500 steps. Translation: you don't need 10,000 steps, you just need consistency. So, if you've been thinking walking doesn't count as exercise, the numbers say otherwise. Your surgeon would say otherwise. And frankly, your knees are applauding. The miracle drug for joints, not a threat. Let's clear up one of the biggest myths about walking, the one that's been scaring knees everywhere. Walking ruins your joints. Nope, totally backward. In fact, walking helps protect them. Researchers at the University of California, San Francisco found that people who walked regularly had less cartilage loss and lower arthritis pain than those who stayed sedentary. Turns out, your knees don't wear out from use, they wear out from disuse. When you move, you stimulate circulation of synovial fluid, that slick, joint lubricating liquid that keeps everything gliding smoothly. It's basically like oiling a squeaky hinge. So if you've been avoiding walks because your knees ache, here's the irony. Gentle walking is often one of the best things you can do. It strengthens the muscles around the joints, particularly your quads, hamstrings, and glutes, giving your knees more support and stability. It also keeps your range of motion flexible, so every step feels easier over time. Think of it this way. Running is your car at 70 miles per hour. Powerful, but high wear and tear. Walking is cruise control at 35. Smooth, steady, and efficient. Your joints prefer the scenic route, not the racetrack. Walking versus the fancy workouts. You've seen the ads. Sleek underwater treadmills, reformer Pilates machines that look like medieval contraptions, and those $3,000 stationary bikes that practically yell at you for not pedaling harder. But here's the truth that no influencer will tell you. The human body was designed to walk. It's not just old-fashioned, it's fundamental. According to research from the Mayo Clinic, walking activates more than 200 muscles in your body, from your calves and glutes to your shoulders and core. It stimulates your cardiovascular system almost as effectively as jogging when done regularly, but without the pounding impact that strains your heart, joints, and bones. Even orthopedic surgeons emphasize this point. Many patients over 60 end up injured not from lack of exercise, but from trying to keep up with high-intensity fads their joints simply weren't built for. On the flip side, seniors who commit to daily walks recover faster from surgeries, maintain better balance, and preserve endurance well into their later years. So yes, go ahead and skip the spin class that leaves you feeling like you fought a bear. The sidewalk, the park trail, or even your living room hallway is still the world's most effective personal trainer, and it won't charge a monthly subscription. Walking, the brain's best friend. Now let's head north, straight to your brain. Ever take a walk and come back feeling calmer, sharper, or suddenly full of brilliant ideas? That's not magic. That's biology in motion. When you walk, you're not just moving your legs, you're literally waking up your brain. A fascinating Stanford University study found that walking boosts creative thinking by up to 60% compared to sitting still. Why? Because every step increases oxygen and blood flow to the brain, fueling neurons the way sunlight fuels a plant. So if your brain's ever felt foggy, the best refresh button isn't another cup of coffee. It's a quick walk around the block. And the benefits go far beyond creativity. The National Institute on Aging discovered that seniors who walk regularly have a larger hippocampal volume. That's the memory center of your brain. In plain terms, walking helps you remember why you walked into the kitchen in the first place. It gets even better. A Brigham and Women's Hospital study found that older adults who took at least 4,000 steps a day had a 30% lower risk of developing dementia. So next time someone invites you for a stroll, don't think of it as small talk. Think of it as a brain health prescription cleverly disguised as social time. Walking and the heart, a surgeon's favorite combo. Let's get to the heart of it, literally. Surgeons and cardiologists both agree. Walking is one of the best exercises for your heart because it strengthens it without overworking it. Think of it as cardio with common sense. The American Heart Association recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity per week, and walking fits that perfectly. No gym membership, no equipment, no complicated choreography required. The data backs it up in a big way. The Harvard School of Public Health found that women who walked briskly for 30 minutes a day lowered their risk of heart disease by an incredible 40%. Meanwhile, research in the British Journal of Sports Medicine showed that older adults who walked regularly had lower blood pressure, slower resting heart rates, and more flexible arteries, meaning blood flows more easily and your heart doesn't have to work as hard. Or, as a surgeon might put it in plain English, your pipes stay clean and your pump stays strong. And here's the best part. Your heart doesn't crave speed, it craves rhythm. You don't need to power walk like you're chasing the ice cream truck. Just keep a pace that gets your blood flowing, your breathing steady, and your spirit lifted. That's the sweet spot. Quick pause here. If this video has already made you look suspiciously at your dusty sneakers, go ahead and tap that like button and share this video with someone who might need a little nudge to get moving. You could literally add years to their life. And hey, they might even thank you later with a coffee after a walk. Alright, let's keep striding forward. Walking strengthens more than muscles. Here's something surgeons love to remind patients of. Walking doesn't just make you fit, it makes you functionally strong. And that's the kind of strength that truly matters as you age. It's not about sculpted abs or bulging biceps. It's about being able to get out of a chair with ease, climb a flight of stairs without gasping, carry your groceries confidently, or keep your balance when your grandkid comes running at you for a surprise hug. When you walk, you're not just moving your legs, you're training your entire body. Each stride activates your core, hips, glutes, and lower back, helping you build stability, coordination, and endurance without overloading your joints. According to the National Institute on Aging, older adults who walk regularly experience up to 30% fewer falls than those who remain inactive. And since falls are a leading cause of injury among people over 65, that's a life-changing statistic. And here's the bonus. Walking also strengthens your bones. The Cleveland Clinic reports that walking for 30 minutes a day can slow age-related bone loss and reduce the risk of osteoporosis, especially in postmenopausal women. So remember, every single step isn't just movement, it's an investment in your independence, balance, and long-term vitality. Mood, sleep, and the feel-good loop. You've probably heard of the famous runner's high, but guess what? Walkers get their own version, and it doesn't require sweatbands, knee braces, or looking like you just finished a marathon. When you walk, your brain releases a delightful cocktail of endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals that naturally lift your mood and melt away stress. It's nature's antidepressant, and the side effects include smiles, better sleep, and a calmer mind. In fact, research from the Mayo Clinic found that seniors who walked at least 3 times a week experienced 30% fewer depressive symptoms and reported higher sleep quality than those who stayed sedentary. That's a bigger mood boost than many over-the-counter supplements can promise. And here's the bonus. Walking helps reset your circadian rhythm, a fancy term for your body's internal clock. A 2023 Sleep Health Journal study showed that seniors who walked outdoors for just 20 minutes of daylight exposure per day fell asleep faster and slept more deeply through the night. So if you want to wake up happier, calmer, and more rested, lace up those shoes, walk more, worry less, sleep better, and repeat. That's the unstoppable feel-good loop. Small steps, big longevity. All right, let's zoom out and look at the big picture, longevity. Because when it comes to adding more years to your life and more life to your years, walking might just be the simplest magic trick there is. A major long-term study from the National Institutes of Health found that seniors who walked briskly for at least 150 minutes per week lived on average 3 to 5 years longer than those who didn't. And here's the best part. These weren't marathon runners or gym regulars. They were ordinary people walking around their neighborhoods, chatting with neighbors, or doing laps at the mall. Even small bursts of walking pack a powerful punch. The European Society of Cardiology discovered that walking for just 10 minutes after each meal helps regulate blood sugar levels and lower the risk of type 2 diabetes. Think about that. A short stroll after dinner can do more for your metabolism than most pills, and the only side effect might be needing a new pair of sneakers. So let's retire the old no pain, no gain mindset. The truth is, when it comes to staying healthy after 60, the new mantra is, no walk, no win. Every step truly counts. How to walk like it matters. All right, let's get practical. How do you turn your everyday stroll into a true health-boosting workout? It's easier than you think. You just need a few small tweaks that make a big difference. Posture first. Keep your head up, shoulders relaxed, and eyes looking about 10 to 15 feet ahead. This naturally aligns your spine, engages your core, and improves balance. Think of yourself as gliding, not slouching. Add an arm swing. Gentle arm motion isn't just for show. It increases circulation, activates your shoulders, and turns a casual walk into a light full-body exercise. Find your pace. A brisk pace doesn't mean sprinting. It's walking fast enough that you can carry a conversation, but not sing your favorite song without gasping. Consistency beats intensity. One 20-minute walk every day is far more valuable than one long hike that wipes you out for a week. And finally, make it fun. Walk with a friend, explore new routes, listen to music, or turn errands into mini walking sessions. Remember, walking isn't about distance or drama. It's about rhythm. Your body doesn't need punishment to get stronger. It just needs movement every single day. The mindset shift from just walking to walking on purpose. If you've been brushing off walking as too easy, it's time to flip that script. Walking isn't the warm-up, it's the main event. Surgeons and physical therapists alike remind their patients that recovery and long-term health starts with small, consistent movements. Walking is the body's natural reset button. Every step improves endurance, balance, circulation, and even joint lubrication, all without the injury risk that comes from high-impact workouts. It's what many doctors call a gateway exercise, meaning it's the foundation that leads to every other kind of strength, whether that's yoga, strength training, or simply carrying your groceries without strain. Think of walking as your daily prescription for aging well. Whether your goal is to manage blood pressure, boost heart health, prevent falls, or just have more energy for the fun stuff, it all begins with putting one foot in front of the other. And here's the secret benefit most people miss. Walking isn't only for your body, it's therapy for your mind. Those 20 peaceful minutes outside can clear your thoughts, reduce anxiety, and spark creativity. Some of your best ideas, breakthroughs, and happy memories will show up quietly, right in the middle of a good walk. The reality check: why we don't walk enough. If walking's so amazing, why aren't more of us doing it? Simple, we underestimate it. Modern life practically trains us not to move. We've got recliners that cradle us like marshmallows, remotes that do everything from changing channels to ordering groceries, and apps that deliver meals right to our door, sometimes faster than we could cook them. Convenience is wonderful, but the hidden cost is motion. A 2022 Harvard Health Review found that the average American adult now sits for 9 to 10 hours per day. That's almost 2/3 of our waking life, spent on chairs, couches, or car seats. And even if you squeeze in a gym visit here or there, long periods of sitting still increase your risk of heart disease, dementia, muscle loss, and blood clots. So yes, walking isn't just exercise. It's an act of quiet rebellion against the furniture takeover. Start small. Take a 10-minute walk after breakfast. It'll help digestion and get your circulation moving. Then add another one after dinner to steady your blood sugar and clear your mind. Before you know it, those tiny strolls add up to serious mileage, and your heart, joints, and brain will all thank you for it. All right, let's wrap it up, but not before a quick pep talk. Walking isn't just about fitness. It's about freedom. It's the difference between aging and thriving, between needing help and giving it, between sitting still and staying in motion, in body, mind, and spirit. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this: you don't need to join a gym, hire a trainer, or learn some complicated routine. You just need to walk consistently, intentionally, and joyfully. And if you've made it this far, give yourself credit and give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our weekly health and travel tips for seniors. Because this isn't about fear, it's about power. The power to move freely, the power to age with strength, and the power to take your next step, literally, toward a longer, happier life. So grab those sneakers, take that first stride, and remember, every step is a small vote for your future self. Stay safe, stay strong, and as always, stay moving.